Wanted to do a video about, this is kind of like a documentation of what's been happening lately. Something strange happened last night. I know I've been posting videos about like there's like some kind of a circle portal in my room. I know how this sounds to just a regular person, but I believe there's some kind of portal in my room, and I've never had this happen before. It's a circle, and I've seen face in it. It's not there anymore. I don't see faces anymore. Then I started seeing like a dog face, like some sort of a cartoonish dog face, and it was like being sucked back into it. When I would pray, it would suck back into it, and it'd make a weird looking, its face would be like squished together through this round portal. Now I thought the portal was in just one area of my room. Now it kind of moves. I guess portals can move around, but they're always on that wall. And in the last few nights, I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm not dreaming. I'm waking up. I'm looking at the wall, and I'll see the portal, but there won't be anything in it. Like it'll look like just an empty thing that looks like it's got some kind of mosaic in it, but there's nothing in there. And I'll see the portal, and it'll disappear. Well, last night, wake up it's usually around 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, and I'm awake looking at the wall, and I see the portal again, which I wish I wouldn't see this. And there's this owl creature its wings are moving, and it looks like, and it almost doesn't look like a real owl, like you would see an animal, but it's like it almost looks like it's made out of metal or something, but it's like got the long wings, and it's got a strange face. It's not really an owl though, I can't tell, but it's a bird. It's a type of bird, and it's moving, and the portal's moving around, and it's black and white, and it's got like, it almost looks like Art Deco, like a sculpture, but also like a drawing. And it's kind of like when its wings were moving, it would have kind of that dragging motion. You could see it like the wings would move, and it'd leave like a little trail behind when it was moving, and it was moving. And this went on for about 15 seconds. I was looking, I wish I had my camera, I would take a picture, even though it's dark. But I almost got up to, I was like, maybe it's not going away. Maybe I should touch it. And I thought, I better not touch it. I don't know. And I prayed, and I rebuked it, cast it out, and it left. It was gone. It just disappears, like it dematerializes. But isn't that strange? I saw like I don't know what it was. I don't know why this is happening in this room. I think there's some sort of a portal in there. I don't know if anyone else has ever had this happen. It's really strange. So I wish it would stop. Really, I don't like waking up and seeing. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Anywhere else in the house. On the other side of the bed, it doesn't. I don't see anything. It's just right there. Anywhere, like any other house I've ever been in, I've never seen this before. This is something just kind of weird. So anybody have any thoughts on that? Let me know. Doing another documentation of some things that have happened. A few months ago, I was laying in bed. I was woken up by the sound of a baby. I thought it was cats. I thought it was a cat. I was like, is there a cat somewhere? Under the house. It was in my pillow on the side that I was laying on. I could hear it through my ear. It sounded like kittens crying, and it got louder, and right up next to my ear, and it sounded like a baby. And I really woke up then. It startled me. I'm like, a baby? And it was, wah, it sounded like a baby. Well, a couple of weeks ago, for some reason this happens in my bedroom, where that portal thing is, wherever it is. It's something in the room is like, there's something there. I don't know what it is about our bedroom. But it sounded like a little girl laughed and ran at me. On that side of the bed, it sounded like a little toddler ran at me and laughed. It's a little kid laughing, and it kind of startled me. Yeah, I was like, what is up? And this has been about a month and a half ago. It seemed like I had 3 different dreams. Someone's breaking in my house. I saw somebody walking across my yard. And they're always male, and they're skinny white males. I saw one run across my yard at this window at the bottom part of the house. And then I had another dream that someone broke into my house through the window. And then I had another dream that there was a young man that he had on a green hoodie. He was bald headed, and he was going down my stairs. So I started like checking all the windows and doors because it's freaked me out. Like, is this mean a break-in, or is this a spiritual break-in? Like, I was trying to figure out, what does this mean? Like, I was afraid. I said, we need to do something, because I don't want anybody to break in our house. So I started leaving lights on outside, make sure all the doors are locked and everything. And then one night, it's usually when I'm in a lucid type state, like I'm coming out of sleep. I think you're just prone to see things better when you're coming out of that sleep state. You're in a very relaxed state, and you're kind of like, you're not really, I don't know how in the world these entities are able to interact with us when we're kind of in that state. So I was coming out of sleep, but I opened my eyes and I saw a African-American male, a young person. He looked kind of like, how you see they are kind of dressed kind of trendy, but he had these weird goggle glasses on. And his hair was kind of like, they're wearing it now, kind of trendy. Like, you could tell he was like a young African-American kid, like a teenager. He was leaned over me, looking right in my face with those things. I jumped up, and I was awake. I was like, what was that? I don't dream about people leaning over me, looking in my face. I don't know if it was a remote viewer, if it was an entity. I don't know what it was. It was human. So it freaked me out. I'm like, this is weird. But things have calmed down in the house. I pray every single night. I pray that God put a fiery hedge around my house, protect me and my family. And I pray, and I try to stay as close to the Lord as I can. And like, I had a problem with anger this past week with a family member that seems like, I don't know, she has something wrong with her, but she's constantly trying to upset me, and it makes me mad, and it makes me angry. And then I was like really thinking about it, couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is the enemy doing this, because I don't sit around and dwell on stuff like that. So I started praying, and I started rebuking, casting out, and it's better. Like, this has happened to me twice, where I'm like, why am I so obsessed with this particular thing? And it's like the enemy uses this person to try to get to me. Because anger and unforgiveness and hate, that's just as bad as anything else, even worse. So I just, just stay in prayer if you are having something like that, because the enemy's very subtle, very, very, very sneaky, very good at what he does. He knows your weakness, and he'll speak to you telepathically and put these thoughts, these fiery darts into your mind, and so you got to watch that. Well, all right, that's just my little documentation of what's going on. But things have calmed down in the house. It's not as crazy as it was. I don't hear anything, knocking noises, nothing overly weird. Just seeing that portal thing. I don't know what that is, but it's never the same thing. It's always something different. So it's like something's coming through there, but I like immediately put it out to trash. So God bless you guys. Be praying for y'all. Y'all need prayer, just let me know in the comments. God bless. Jesus is Lord. Trust him. He cares for you.